I'm a baby YouTuber. I've been posting videos for a little over 5 months now, and around month 4 is when I got monetized on this platform. Yes, that is a stain. We're just gonna ignore that for now. Can't help it, I'm a little messy, but I have been so excited to make this video for you guys because, to be honest, I myself have watched maybe one, maybe two, maybe 20 monetization journey videos. And I've been so looking forward to the day that I got to create my own. So today, wanted to walk you through how I got monetized on the platform, touch on my monetization journey. I've made extensive videos from each month of creating for the YouTube platform. So honestly, you can go back and get more in-depth details in each of those videos, but today, just gonna do a high-level overview of how I got here, my process, things I've learned along the way, and then diving into the YouTube analytics to go over my CPM, RPM, and all that good stuff. But before we get into it, my name's Kate Cassidy, and do not follow me. I mean that. If you want to support this channel, do not follow me if this is the video that had you discover this channel. Like, check out my other content, see if you like it. I talk about intentional living, I talk about tech commentary, about social psychology, that sort of stuff. If you're into that, go ahead and follow. If you're not into it and you want to support this channel, just throw it a like and move on and have a good day. Well, watch this video, continue watching the video, but then, just move on and have a good day after that. To get into my monetization journey, the requirements for being monetized on the YouTube platform are, say it with me now, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So when I heard that, I was like, I don't know if I will ever meet that requirement. And I'm really just still, it blows my mind to this day, the fact that I have been able to meet that in a substantially, or what seems like a short amount of time, around 4 months. And so thank you all. I have so much gratitude for everyone who has helped make this channel what it is today and this community that we're building here. To go over where I was at each month of the journey until I was monetized, I started posting on September 15th, 2024. And so in the first month, from September 15th to October 15th, I had hit 12 subscribers, 769 views, and then 40 watch hours. I don't know why I read that wrong. It's obviously 40 watch hours. 400 would be insane for the first month. Then by November 15th, so my second month posting, I was at around 354 subscribers, 944 watch hours, and then 14,000 views. By December 15th, I had amassed 650 subscribers, 1,700 watch hours, and 27,000 views. And then by January 15th is when it all started to change in month 4. That is when I jumped from 650 subscribers in December to 2,196 subscribers in January, with over 7,000 watch hours and over 73,000 views. What changed the game was a video that I posted 2.5 months prior that eventually just took off, hit the algorithm, and started getting pushed out to everyone. Don't know why it happened. Don't know why 2.5 months later it decided to start to pick up, but it's definitely a testament to the fact that you could be posting into the void for a while and you never know what video is eventually going to hit. So definitely think about YouTube as the long game there. As that video started to explode, I was checking in every single day being like, did I hit it? Did I hit it? Did I hit the different requirements? And then of course, once you hit the actual requirements, you have to wait a couple days for YouTube to verify all of the watch hours and subscribers. So I was like ready and waiting to hit apply to the partner program so I could start to make some money. I hit apply the second it opened up to me. It was actually the second that I hit the lower rate of around like 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And then by the time I got accepted, I had hit the higher tier as well. And the verification process took a couple days for me. I applied on a Saturday, I want to say, and I don't think I got accepted until Monday or Tuesday of the next week. So 2 or 3 days, completely normal. When it comes to my process and the things I've learned along the way, I've had a couple people ask in videos past about what sort of equipment I use, what my process is, and here I'm gonna address it all at once. When it comes to my equipment, I am using my phone, which makes it a little challenging sometimes because I can't be looking at like my notes on my phone at the same time as filming, but I just didn't want to have like that barrier of entry for me to be, oh, I need to buy a fancy camera. iPhones have perfectly good quality cameras built into them now. So I am talking to my phone right now. How you doing, phone? And then the two things that I did want to make sure I got for starting to make videos, just because I wanted to personally get over this mental barrier that I had built. Wanted to make sure I got a decent quality microphone. I don't even know if it's decent quality, honestly, but picked a microphone pretty cheap on Amazon. It connects right to my computer, so it's pretty easy to like sync it up afterwards. And then I did want to make sure that my lighting was decent. I've had to play around with it a little bit, honestly, but I do have a 2 softbox lighting kit, and I'll show you how it all looks from afar. And then I have a tiny little tripod that I've been carrying around for years. It is tried and true, and it gets me through anything. So very much a small little boutique home studio that I have built here, but hey, it works and it's simple. And I think simple is really great, especially as you're starting out. You want to make it as easy as possible for you to start getting over those like whatever limiting narratives that you have about yourself and creating, to make sure that you actually get the courage up to start doing it. So if you have a simple setup, I think that that is amazing to start. You don't need a fancy camera. You don't need a fancy mic. Maybe if you're a tech guy and you're like into that, go for it. But for me, if you're just kind of wanting to start experimenting with creating, this is all you really need. When it comes to editing, I've tried out 2 different things now. I initially started with Descript or Descript. It's an AI editing tool, and it is great. I was using a lot, especially when I was leveraging B-roll that they had, when I was doing AI to essentially cut out all of the different pauses and ums and likes that you say. I made a whole tutorial on it. I actually like that product that much. You can watch the tutorial video. I now have started to simplify my process even more, because I just personally have realized I don't know if I want to make that sort of like jumpy editing style, like, B-roll and pop sounds and all of that. Like, I don't think I really need that level of retention editing for the type of content that I'm making. So now I've simplified and I'm just using DaVinci Resolve. It's free, it's easy, it's worthwhile to try, especially as you're starting out, because hey, it's free. Just to go over some things that I've learned and some reflections along the way, do not get discouraged when you are first posting. My first 12 videos all got 0 to 20 views. It was in that 0 to 20 view range. So I wasn't seeing any sort of early success. I was definitely just posting out into the void, but building up that catalog is so important for whenever people do stumble on your channel and then they might like you for some whatever reason and they want to go back and watch other videos. It's important to have that built out. And I think people also like to see the innocence and the kind of like fear and just nervousness of your early videos as compared to where you get a little bit more comfortable with your talking to the camera and just your overall editing style. So it's nice to have that contrast to look back on. For me, at least, I look back on the first video I posted, I'm like, oh, yikes, that is not very good. But I'm sure I will think the exact same thing 3 years from now when I look back on this video today. So that's always something that helps put it into perspective for me. So I had to post, it was around my 13th video where I finally broke 100 views for the first time, and that was insane. I definitely encourage to keep posting even if no one is watching, because like I mentioned before, you never know what video is going to be the one that takes off, because for me, it was a video that I created in mid-October and it took off in the first week of January. So this is a long game. You never know what video you post people are going to come back to later on. You never know what sort of content is going to get more popular and the algorithm's going to favor later down the line. Keep posting. Just keep posting. And there's also so much you get out of even starting to post when you don't have an audience yet. You learn to experiment. You learn what style you like. You learn how to talk to the camera and get comfortable just like on camera presence. And then by the time that my video that started to take off and like boosted my channel got posted, I had already built up a catalog of around 40 other videos that viewers who had come to my channel and been introduced to it through that one that had a semi-viral moment, they then went back and were able to watch the other ones as well. They were able to watch the other ones. And so it created a bit of a snowball effect where someone was introduced to me from one video, but then they were like, oh, like, let me go check out if she's made any other videos on this topic. and people just got to know me a little bit more that way. So build up your catalog. Even if you don't have an audience, even if you're getting 0 views, you never know when you're going to get that one viral video to pop off and when the snowball is going to start snowballing. I think there's a ever ongoing debate between consistency and quality of videos. And I think for me, what helped me in my early days was leaning in on the consistency side, because I knew when I posted my first videos, I was like, they're not going to be good. They're just going to be bad. And you have to embrace the fact that my early videos are going to kind of stink. And it's crazy to get that courage up to put yourself out there even before you know you're going to be good. I have been in different areas of my life more of a perfectionist, where I would have held myself back in order to wait for the right camera, wait for what I thought I had like a perfect quality video to post out into the world. But I'm so glad that for this YouTube journey, I didn't do that. I just wanted to get better. And I knew the quickest way for me to get better at starting to make videos and get better on camera and figure out what sort of topics I wanted to talk about was by actually iterating and doing the thing, and then doing the thing over and over and over again until I started to figure out my own process, my own patterns, and just get more comfortable overall. So for me, early on, I would try and be as consistent as you can. I had a phase where I was posting 3 videos a week. It was unsustainable because I moved across the country, started a new job, all these different things. But I'm still trying to post at least 1 to 2 videos a week now, just because, again, I'm gonna keep getting better at this if I keep doing it. And that's something important to remember. You're just not gonna be good at first. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take iteration, and that is all a part of the process. Try and get consistent, try and figure out a schedule that works for you. Don't burn out in the process, but I think that consistency also really breeds fans. Like, people like the fact that you're putting something out there. Like, it's a little scary to create and put yourself out there on the internet. And if you're doing that, you're already like, a lot of the population will never do this. It's kind of crazy to think about it when I don't know, like, that is mind-boggling to me. So I think that people appreciate the fact that even though you're not perfect, even though you're bad, even though you sometimes stutter on your words and get a little goofy on camera, whatever it is, like whatever insecurities you have that you're trying to get over to make the video, I think people actually respond to that and people like it. So keep posting consistently, keep posting before you have an audience, iterate, and you'll figure it out with time. There's common advice that you should niche down early on and just like figure out your niche and just keep posting. I actually think for me, again, starting out, that was not good advice. I needed to have the free range to experiment with different content styles, experiment with talking about different topics, and see what actually felt natural to me. For example, I actually, in my first like 2 weeks on the platform, actually, I want to say the first week, I posted this little like snappy mini podcast of news headlines that I thought were interesting. It didn't work. It was poor presentation. It was like, just felt very unnatural. And I realized through the process of making that video, hey, that's not my topic. That's not the type of content that I'm going to be making, and that's okay. So give yourself that grace to try different things, experiment. You don't have to figure out a niche. Maybe start to like cultivate a theme that you like to talk about. I think it'll come to you naturally once you start to figure out what sort of things feel like easy to talk about, what you get excited to talk about. All of that will naturally lead you to your theme for your channel. But I think that niching down, it's too much pressure early on, especially when all you really need to do is start to create and iterate. I made a whole other video on actual specific mistakes that I made in my first month or 2 on the platform. So you can go watch that if you want like mistakes to avoid as an early creator. But those are just some general high level like things that I learned and things that I've reflected on since starting to create. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, let's get into the analytics. So here I am in the analytics section of YouTube Studio. And as you can see from this high level look at the lifetime of my account, it's definitely been a crazy journey along the way. Here's where I was getting 0 to 20 views. This was my most exciting. I had a video pop off. I think it got like 100 views. Yeah, got 100 views in late September. That was huge for me. But then you can see the clear increase in momentum was around early January when I started to get around 5,000 views a day. It's tapered off since then, but still it's just been higher volume than it was in those earlier days. So that's exciting to see that all of this can happen in around 4, 5, 6 months of posting on the platform. You can also see that views, watch time, and subscribers all follow similar trends here overall. And then here you can see in the revenue section that there were those 4 months where I was making videos and putting it out there before getting any little pennies from AdSense to come back to me. And YouTube had actually already started putting ads in my videos. I found out, people left comments telling me that. So that was crazy. When I found out that YouTube was already starting to monetize my videos without actually giving me a cut of it, that just motivated me even more. I was like, I want to get a little piece of the pie. So this is what it has looked like. You'll see just nothing. And then it popped off. The first day that I was monetized was, what is this? January 13th, where I made $8.52. Hell yeah, I was excited about that. But to focus in on just that first month of being monetized, so from January 13th to February 13th, applying that, we can see that in my first month of being monetized, my first full month of being monetized on YouTube, I made $314.92. And I'm extremely grateful for this. This was really mind-blowing. This is about where I feel like I expected, if not a little higher than what I expected. I knew that I just kind of figured I wasn't going to be bringing in the dough. I wasn't going to be rolling in it. Okay, let's pause right there. Hi, it's Editing Kate here. I just wanted to click into this a little bit more. I am also intentionally not trying to over monetize my YouTube channel through YouTube ads. YouTube will try and place mid-roll ads automatically throughout your videos. And in a normal 16-minute video, they'll try and throw 4 mid-roll ads in there. So every single time they try and automatically place ads, I actually decline it. That's my current approach. I'm not trying to optimize my channel to make money through YouTube AdSense. I want to do it in a more ethical way, and I'm trying to not bombard you guys with ads. That would be an awful consumer experience. So that's just my take. That's probably also why these numbers are a little bit lower than you might see from other creators, is I am intentionally not trying to monetize too much this way. So just wanted to let you all know that too. That's probably why these numbers are deflated as to what you might see from someone who's allowing YouTube to constantly place mid-roll ads automatically throughout their videos. But you can now also see that I will not be quitting my day job anytime soon. This is not that much of an amount to be living and thriving off of. I think the highest day I made, what is this? I made $16.50 in the day, and then my lowest day of the month, I made $4.90. But then if we look at the actual, through this entire thing, the lifetime, you'll see actually yesterday was my lowest day yet, around $3.46 that I made on March 2nd. So it can fluctuate quite a bit. And I feel like this couple dollars range is where I'm actually going to sit. That's my more sustainable place where I'm going to be seeing it. If we go into the revenue tab, this is where we can start to see my CPM and RPM. So scrolling down a little bit, I'm hiding nothing. You can see all my transparent money that I made here. Oh wait, actually let me change this to just since when I was monetized. I think that will make a little bit of an impact. So from January 13th to March 2nd. Okay, here we go. You can see my first official paycheck for January was just shy of $200. For February, I'll be coming in around $240. And then you'll see also here that my RPM, or the revenue that actually comes back to me for every 1,000 views that I get on this channel, is around $4.63, which I think is actually kind of low. People in different niches get different RPMs. It's all based on the CPM, which is the cost per mil that the an advertiser is willing to pay for 1,000 views on the platform. So I think this is kind of a low RPM, but this is a little bit to be expected because my topics might not be the most monetizable. I talk about like intentional living and how social media is a bit of a dangerous place to be and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not surprised that advertisers are not like really looking for me the most or looking to monetize in my videos the most. But you never know. This is just the beginning. I've just been making videos for, again, around 5 months now, 5.5 months, and I'm so excited. This has been such an amazing journey along the way. I've learned so much, candidly. Like, it's been such a cool experience, really interesting strategy work, really interesting to get back into like the process of creativity. And if you want to watch any videos that I have made on my each monthly breakdown since I started posting, you literally can go back and watch month 1 when I had 10 views. I made a whole deep dive into my analytics. Check that out. Also, you can check out my YouTube mistakes videos. All of those are available to you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you got something good from this, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.